lie, protect, threaten, pay off. I mean, enablers are worse than abusers. Because without them, 80% of predation would never happen. And women need to stop defending and excusing and rationalizing, and other men need to stop protecting each other. Men need to take accountability and, if necessary, want nothing to do with these institutions or these people. And if you grew up in a church that is very liberal and does not tolerate any form of abuse, grooming, or inappropriate behavior, it's a rarity. It shouldn't be, but it is. And there's a lot of churches out there that claim to have a no tolerance for abuse and then just sit on their fingers when they know. And the church knows there is no way that somebody who's been doing this for 30 years hasn't heard someone say something, someone report, someone plead for help. There's no way that in almost 40 years that someone in the church didn't have a clue. Because you can't hide it. Someone always knows. Someone always overhears. Someone is told something. Someone sees something. Somebody knows. And if you don't say anything, you're part of the problem. Because if you allow these kind of people to continue doing what they're doing, you're worse than they are. We call it an accomplice after the fact. Sometimes during the fact and before the fact. But most times people become complicit and make excuses, and they become one after the fact. And in my opinion, you're worse than the predators. Because you have no reason to protect these people. You have no legitimate reason besides keeping an image. And if a church's image is more important than children sleeping through the night without nightmares, you have a problem. And I always say, get help, get right, or get left behind. And a lot of denominations are seeing a steady decrease in membership because people just aren't going to put up with crap anymore. And for the 7th year in a row, we're seeing Southern Baptist membership numbers plummeting because people are starting to realize toxic behavior. And it's not a church's fault if for the first time they find out something or they know something. The problem is if you know it, you don't completely remove the cancer from your midst. When you allow it, you hide it, you move it, you make excuses, you threaten, you gaslight other people, that's when you become a horrible institution. And in my opinion, any parent who subjects their child to one of the most prolific places where kids are groomed and exploited, you are part of the problem. I've met a woman recently that was so proud that she was taking her kids to a Catholic church. And I said, you are aware that the Catholic Church has the highest stats for child abuse. And you're proud you're taking them to this institution. Why not just put a sign on your kid's back and say, they're here? I mean, I would never take any child into a church that has prolific sex abuse history, which is why I'm not a Baptist, I'm not a Methodist, and I'm not a Catholic. There is not one denomination of 40,000 denominations of Christianity, not one, doesn't have extensive sexual abuse of any age statistics. And we need to start arresting and sentencing people who move around abusers, who make excuses for them, and don't protect vulnerable people. And churches love to protect their image. But that image is cracking.